fact, Kobe's up to 8 rebounds a game. He had 3 blocks last night. They move it well. Shane Battier killed the Lakers. First time out. Hayes tapped it away from Kobe from behind, but Kwame there to help out.
Well, Battier with his favorite spot on the floor, shooting the 3.
Kobe over Yao. Tipped around. Lamar stays with it. Second chance. Lakers' first 2 points of the game belonging to Lamar Odom.
Ready for yet another block.
Early entry. And Yao has it spin out. Do you get a half a point for a play like that?
No.
Lamar on the penetration. Kwame now. Jumping it back out. Kobe didn't settle for the 3. Good look for Ronny Turion. Lakers lead it 4-0. So they were looking for a split of the Texas two-step. They wanted to steal the first and then look for a sweep. Well, they'll settle for a split and an early 4-point advantage against a team they want to even the series with.
And just like last night, I talked about consistency. They have to be consistent for 48 minutes.
Again, Yao. And Kobe got a piece of it on its way down. It still went in. I think he got it.
Let's see if they go back to anything.
Lamar, little stutter step. Hesitation off the window. Curls it home, and the Lakers lead by 4. Now the shot clock in consideration. It'll be Fish. Got to go up over Alston. He will. And Derek Fisher on target early. Lakers by a half dozen, 8-2.
That was nice. Again, you're talking about a veteran there, and Derek Fisher recognized the clock.
Couldn't get to the stripe. So now McGrady up against Lamar. Over Lamar's length, and Tracy McGrady.
Well, he's got length of his own.
And the way he elevates. It's almost like a line drive, but help out. Fonzie Wells. And real short as Scola comes away with it. So second chance opportunity. Lakers did a great job of the boards last night. Out-rebounded San Antonio 50-40. That was not an issue. Yao once again. And Kwame, it's tough when you got a guy 7'6".
And the hook shot is the hardest shot in basketball to defend. He's using a jump hook.
Particular. They were off and running in that contest. Took Phoenix out of what they wanted to do. Kobe shifting. It'll be Scola instead. And Scola can shoot. And Scola's got some range.
And that's what he brings that Chuck Hayes doesn't bring.
Trying to get a seal. Get it over the top. Almost got caught in the paint up against Kobe. Yao is in the middle of the paint for a while. Too easy. And he settled in for a few in there.
Boy, he is one large man.
Yao Ming, he's only 27 in his 6th year at 7'6", 310 pounds. First player taken at the 2002 draft. Second team All-NBA last year. Third team the year before. Kobe had it blocked away, spiked away. And it's going to be points off the takeaway. Wade Ralston. So Scola came over to help out. And they two-time Kobe. Mike James off the bench.
Yeah,
he jumped it. Settle. Scola. And air ball. As Kwame was surprised by it. Boxing it out Mutombo. But he got that air ball. What about the next pass? The run off Ronny. Ronny, isolation. I like it. A little baby hook. Bang. Good look for Ronny over Scola. 17-12 Lakers. Ronny's got 7 and a couple.
Well, if you're going to get the ball in the box, put it on the floor, do it like you mean it. And Ronny did it like he meant it.
Yeah, that's the first basket for the Lakers since more than 8 minutes to play. But they've been able to get to the free throw line. McGrady, a long 3. Off the dribble. He'd rather have it that way. And a lot of guys are that way. More like that, yeah, more that way than just spot guys.
Body past the defender, but enough contact to call the offensive foul.
Scola lost the handle, and the ricochet goes over to Lamar. He's got Kobe on the wing, a 3-on-2 for the Lakers. Lamar will take it the distance. So they're back. Yeah, they never stop the ball.
The first rule in transition is wait for the defense to commit. Don't just pass for the sake of passing. If they don't commit, you do what Lamar did, take it straight to the rim.
So Lamar's got 6. Ronny's got 7. Kobe will get his. So to get the other guys involved early, a good sign for the Lakers as well. Runs into Kwame. Created the contact. Gets the three-point opportunity. Just 2 for 16. So neither team did well last night at the offensive end. McGrady leaving it for a wide-open Luis Scola. And the Rockets have their first lead as they're shooting 10 percentage point better than the Lakers. 45% to 35%. The Lakers have been able to get the free throw line, though. It'll be Kobe and the Lakers, just like that, back on top. Kobe's got his first basket of the game. He's been to the free throw line.
Yeah, first.
Lottie on the floor for the first time. 2 misses by Scola. So the Lakers, a couple of possessions. Lottie in double figures for the season at 10-2-2. His first entry. Luke wanted to go back to Kobe. That was taken away. Radmanovic beyond the arc. Makes him pay. Scola got there late. So his presence fell right away.
You know, there are times when you...
About 6 seconds, 6+ seconds, separating the shot clock and the game clock. McGrady goes over to Mike James instead inside the arc. A long 2. Mutombo tap, Bynum after it. Going to be controlled by Wells, and he'll get the finger roll. So a second chance hurts.
That time a little too far under the basket.
Kobe, 3 at the buzzer. Too strong. And that'll do it. So the Lakers go to the break, leading by 3.
Leading by 3 is the key words in that sentence. You know, they had a dry spell, but they still end the quarter with the advantage as they hold the Rockets to only 22 through 12.
To the free throw line, often. Nice crossover. Mo Evans, mid-range game. Can't get it, and he lost Head.
Yeah, but Head did a good job of recovering, caused him to really rush that shot.
Mike James trying to go by Farmar. The teardrop, and a pretty one by the veteran Mike James. Lakers on the push, trying to get an easy one. Andrew Bynum, like to see him in the post. He catches a little farther away from the basket than he wanted it. Takes his time against Mutombo, backs him down. And had a great looking shot. It'll be picked up by Wells. Lakers still by 2. Now James sending it up for Mutombo. And a couple of free throws coming up. A reach from behind. And free throws for Dikembe Mutombo. His late mother's name in Zaire. 4-time Defensive Player of the Year. And Andrew Bynum will get it out. It's a 1-point ball game. Bynum asking for it again. Better ball movement. A couple of touches in the half-court set for the Lakers. We talked about the assists early. Vladimir Radmanovic, another 3. Jordan Farmar on the assist. Little 2-man game on the strong side.
When Vladdy's out there like that, I think he should be involved in a more.
Will he do it again? Loose ball. Wells had the beat on that. Now Wells leaving it up for a Head. And Wells will follow it up. It'll be Yao. And it'll be a loose ball foul. So the Lakers try to recover in the transition.
Can't outshoot him. Yeah, he should be the guy going there. He's shooting almost 90%.
32 straight over the last 3+. A little more than 9 to play in the half. Lakers still by 2. They've led most of the way. Rockets had a single-digit lead. They're led by 1. Now Farmar up against Yao. And because he was aggressive, Andrew Bynum racks it up.
That's because as a rebounder, you treat every shot as a miss. You don't just assume that your teammate, oh, he's going to make that one. You treat it as a miss and you're ready.
So the Lakers, again, with 4-point advantage. They answer every time it gets close. Now Yao too close. But he's short. Bynum gets it out in a hurry. Smart play by Radmanovic. Getting the guard. To the second unit, maintaining. Now Andrew ought to go up against Scola. Repost it. Instead, Farmar for 3. I told you to repost it. He'll get the triple. Lakers lead by 7. He had Scola on his back.
Oh, yeah. Could you quit coaching and just...
You know me.
Repost it. I love it. Jordan says, repost this.
Yeah, Jordan is just a different player this year, which is a real positive for all of us. The double. James, the open man, he blows the layup. Radmanovic trying to tip it out. He'll bounce it out, and Mo Evans with it. Lakers, again, looking for early offense. Farmar back-to-back. Yes! Lakers, double-digit lead. Back-to-back triples by Farmar. Lead it by 10, 37-27.
Well, Rick Adelman says, let's take a little time out here. We need to talk something over here. Second unit for the Lakers really came in and getting the job done, whether it's a tip-in by their big center, Andrew Bynum, or it's the three-point shot. It doesn't matter. Go ahead and hustle, Andrew. Show the bigs what to do. And look at Jordan. Ow!
Reserves once again the story tonight as Yao rattles it home. And I bring that up because they had 39 on average coming in, 3rd best in the NBA. They outscored the starters last night, 50-42. They've already got 17. Farmar, with James falling down, makes the most of the opportunity. He saw Yao slip over a little bit, but still went with it.
But he did a good job of, he noticed Yao before he released, so he was able to put the ball high on the glass.
Jordan Farmer with 8 points in 8 minutes. Kwame back in there for Andrew Bynum. Mike James, quick three. And he gets it. That's his specialty. He's better outside the arc, it seems, than inside it. On the run. Kobe leaves it off for Lamar. An easy one for the Lakers. They talked about it a lot during the preseason. It pays off now.
Well, easy opportunities. After a score,
as well.
That's why he's 90%. He misses one out of a 10.
Well, he had hit 35 consecutive before that miss. That's why he takes the technicals for the Rockets. Kobe slicing through off the pick. So Kobe's got his second basket of the game. The Lakers are back up by 12. That have not scored and have barely been out there. 5 minutes apiece for Battier and Hayes, both on the bench with 3. Kobe pick and roll again. He'll take it again. Same result. The Lakers increase it to 14, their biggest lead of the game. Kobe just starting to warm up with 9.
What I like about the Lakers there, they didn't argue the play. They're focused on what they're doing.
And Lamar just got back to business. Now Bonzi Wells. Shot clock down up against Radmanovich. And Yao wasn't ready. It goes over to a guy that it wasn't intended for out of Upland, Kirk Snyder.
I mean, he just happened to be in the right place.
Shots, he's on the board. He's out there now because of the foul difficulties. Kobe, pick and roll. Third straight. Yes! Lakers back up by 14. You know, he gets up for the Rockets, don't forget. T-Mac's on the other side of the floor. Kobe had 45 against him last year. On the opposite side, he was looking. Radmanovich spacing. The Lakers showing patience. Lamar, little hesitation move. Kobe trying to get into the paint. It'll be Fish. Good second pass. Kobe got Fish. The Lakers get a 3. Lakers lead it 52-35, up by 7. They don't like it on the bench at all.
Well, the key, though, is to continue putting the same kind of pressure on them. Just because you get a big lead, that doesn't mean anything with time on the clock.
McGrady. He says, wait a minute. Let's slow things down right now. Tracy McGrady with a triple. 52-38. T-Mac's got 8. He's only taken 6 shots. He's made 3 of them. Pick and roll. It's simple. Kobe weaving on Yao. Little fall away. Boy, makes it look real easy. So a 2-man game. Just give him a pick and let him go to work.
When you're that good, you can make it look easy. Exactly 3 minutes left in the half, and the Lakers up 54-38. And that young man is starting to heat up. And when he's not heated up, Derek says, I'm Mr. Reliable.
It all started. I'm glad you brought up the second unit. Second unit got the lead for the Lakers. Fish straight to Kwame. Well-timed execution from the staff. Out of the timeout. Boy, the coaching staff loves that.
I talked about the pass to over Yao had to be perfect. That one was.
Point lead for the Lakers. Kirk Snyder, young man from Upland. Kobe's going to double. Make somebody but Yao besides Yao beat him. It'll be Alston outside. Yao trying to get it. The length of Yao. Alston challenged by Radmanovich. He'll go to the line to look for the three-point play.
I know Radmanovich would like to have this play back. You've got a small coming at you. You go ahead and you challenge that one. You go up, you jump, and you tell him, hey, alter the shot and make a good one. That last basket by the Lakers, though, Derek Fisher with the lob to Kwame.
By 16. Pick and roll worked before. Why not do it again? Kobe around Yao. And when we go back to Kwame. Now the shot clock. Kobe knows it. Over the smaller man. Rafer Alston can't do a thing about it. He's 5-5 in the second quarter.
He can do exactly what everybody else in this arena can do. Just look at it and say, wow.
That's 15. Now Yao. Did he walk? He's blocked away by Kobe from behind. I'm glad they didn't blow the whistle. It'll be Alston, a deep 3. And he gets it. So after the loose ball and the scramble, it went back out as they skipped it over to Alston. Lakers by 15. Kobe. Final minute. It was poked away and a late whistle. Kwame Brown, they're going to call on the reach from behind. So a couple of free throws coming up for Tracy McGrady. And McGrady grabs his elbow.
So if he can just get, he's got a left hand. If he wants to have it, examined, then that's what he's going to do. He's going to shoot it left-handed and then go in and get the thing looked at. Makes the free throw.
And doesn't touch a thing.
That's a great shot. That's a great looking free throw for a guy that's a right-hander and puts it in his left and knocks down two.
So he didn't get the rim that time, but I don't play him in horse. So that's unfortunate for Tracy McGrady. And it was in the collision after the whistle with Luke, where he extended that arm. And we hope there's nothing wrong with the elbow or the shoulder.
Well, he's going straight to the locker room. They're going to check him out. Hyperextended maybe, because he runs into Luke and just whiplashed that thing, and he immediately grabs.
Now the Lakers in a 2-for-1. Lamar weaves his way, but it was knocked away by Bonzi from behind. Wells created the turnover. Lakers trying to get back in transition. But the Lakers still up by a dozen. A little more than 30 seconds to play. James going to be real short. You can see it out of his hands, and Kobe took it away from Bonzi Wells. Lakers could have played for one, and they should pull it back out. Kobe will look up at the clock and realize there's a couple of seconds instead of 3. Got it!
He looks over at the bench and smiles as if,
go figure.
I knew the clock, I just had the feeling.
It was really going well. 61 on the board of the first half. That's good news for Laker fans. It's a 3 at the opposite end. Snyder, now, what can Kobe get on? What kind of look? Weaving his way. It'll count to the coast. Right on line with Long. So the Lakers still by 12 at the break.
Yeah, I hated to see them give up that three-pointer, though, to cut it from 15. But they do have a dozen on the scoreboard.
They did in the first half. Granted, they shot 67% of the second quarter, but they...
Elbow. He will not play, obviously, in the second half. He'll get an MRI at the hospital, and we'll update you later if we get the results. But he's done for tonight. Back to you.
All right, they went to double Yao, and he found Battier on the handoff, almost taken away. Kobe blows past Battier on the reverse. Not there, but he got the rim. He's got a ton of time if he wants it. Doesn't need it. The glass, it's there. 63-51. And Kobe's up to 20. Offensively. Now, Kobe again up against Battier. Chuck Hayes playing center field. It'll be Roney. Wide open. Shot clock down. Roney's up. Lakers lead by 14, 65-51.
Set the table, Kobe. Set the table. Bonzi Wells trying to throw that into Yao. And Bonzi said, how did you get your hand on that ball?
Battier, quick release 3. That's his game. Lakers know it all too well with 2.5 seconds to go in opening night after they got back with a 12-0 run to tie it up.
And it's more offense, so they're going to be looking to be more aggressive.
You know, breakdown in communication there. Kobe wanted the backdoor cut. Fish thought he was going to give it to him on the wing. 8th turnover of the game for the Lakers, and their first in the second half.
And the Rockets trying to get this into single digits here.
Kwame staying at home on the spin. Good job defensively. Bonzi Wells had to fall away. Tough shot with Lamar in his grill. So Bonzi Wells brings it down to 9. It was with 2 starters in double figures. That's Lamar and Kobe. Yao wanted the hook. Little baby hook. Blocked. Kwame got it. Didn't stay with it. Yao goes to the line. Looking at the three-point play. You can't stop after the block.
Bounce right back to Yao, and nobody responded. Yao goes right to the rim, gets a three-point opportunity on the foul by Lamar.
For Lamar, it is his second foul. And Yao is now 6 of 7, starting a new streak.
I was going to say, start another streak. And Yao did.
Yao, he waits for the pass, doesn't he? Lamar, and he thought it was grabbed. It almost looked like it slipped out of his hands. Halston, the trailer as Wells. Roney's there. Unfortunately for the Lakers, he got contact. Thought he was going to try to set up outside of the arc. It was too late, though. The restraining arc and another three-point opportunity. All of a sudden, Houston only down by 6.
They have definitely won the first 5 minutes of the third, and now it's a new ball game. And they know the coach isn't going to get upset with them for doing certain things.
They need him to score. The average is just shy of 8 a game. Fish, runner, the little hook from the holster.
That was Lakers, a baby hook.
The Lakers needed it. 69-62. Now Andrew Bynum against Yao as they clear out on that side. Andrew and Kobe got a lot of ball, but they're going to say Kobe got him. And 2 free throws coming up for Yao. Oh, boy. He gets the second. He splits a pair. 69-64. It's the other way. Ray for Alston.
In transition, and that's when you have to talk.
Yao blocked. Was there a shot? And are they going to say
Yeah, they're saying there's definitely a shot, and they're saying it's a legal play by Kobe.
Yeah, Kobe got the block. It's his second block then of Yao.
That one was close.
Very close.
I thought that one was possibly goaltending.
And will
Foul,
it be?
continuation.
Yep. And will they count the basket? Devonta Palmer coming over.
Oh, that's too bad.
That's deep. That is very deep this year.
We're worried about the Lakers and what they have. They've got a lead here that has disappeared in a hurry.
Down to 4-69. 66 now as he hit both free throws, and they're going to call a moving pick on Andrew Bynum. So another turnover for the Lakers. Now they had 7 the entire half.
One of the things we try to teach the bigs is when they set a screen, not to release, just hold for a second.
Austin with a teardrop before Turioff could come over. 69-68, so they're a plus 11 in the second half. Lakers need to slow it down. Going to a half-court set. Take their time. Fish, good mid-range shot. He's got the look. Lakers by 3, 71-68. So Fish in double figures. He's got 11. Good move by Andrew. He's going to take it that far for the basket. Give him some space. They go to the opposite side. Battier this time ties it up. So they have outscored the Lakers by 12 here in the third. Even at 71, and all comes without Tracy McGrady. Out of the clock. Deep three. Short as it's tapped out. Farmar had Mo Evans. He'll get it there to Mo, and Mo will shoot 2, fouled by Mike James. Good look up the floor by Jordan Farmar.
That's the first thing all players should do, but especially guards. As soon as you get it, look up.
And it had to be a bullet. Another miss, and that's the reason the Lakers lost on opening night. All the misses at the free throw line.
Well, after doing a pretty good job in the first half, here in the third quarter, they have gone back to shooting blindfolded.
And the Lakers in the first half of the stripe were 10 of 12. They're now 12 of 17, make it 13 of 18. He's trying to create against the larger man, Radmanovic. And it'll be tapped away. It was going to be an air ball anyway. Farmar on the run. And Luke has Mo Evans. Wide open. The 3-ball. Yes! 4 unanswered by the Lakers in a 4-point lead at 75-71. And what a time for Mo Evans to get his first basket.
Again.
Find him right behind him if he can control it. And it's Mutombo. Now, final seconds with the shot clock. Mike James, he'll go up with it. And
can hit the rim.
Never touched the rim. Shot clock violation. It'll go back to the Lakers. Andrew Bynum definitely impacted that puppy.
That's what your last line of defense is there for.
Well, 4-0. Can they add to that with 12.2 to play?
No, they better get the last shot of this quarter. I can tell you that. Don't take it too soon. You want to make sure that if you miss, that the Rockets have no chance of an attempt.
Farmar looking on Walton's side for the pick. He got it. Now George, when they go over Bonzi Wells with the 3, you got to believe it. It will. It's challenged, and they won't get there. So the Lakers a -8 in the third, but still have the lead.
Well, they've got 12 more minutes to develop some momentum of their own again, like they did in the first half. And if they do, they'll come away with the victory.
Wells right above his career average. In fact, he's got 15 now. And he's got free reign because they need his offense with T-Mac out the rest of the night. So a 2-point lead for the Lakers at 75-73. 26 free throw attempts for the Rockets. Little step back. Luke Walton. He's got that shot. 77-73. And Luke off the bench with his first basket of the game to go along with 3 assists.
That used to be one of his trademark shots. Hasn't used it as much to start this season.
Deflection, but it's batted out for Wells. Challenge didn't make any difference. Radmanovic ran out at him. He had space, though. 77-75, and Bonzi Wells the X-factor right now. Radmanovic, quick catch and shoot. Across it goes to Mike James. On the run with Alston. It'll be Wells. And Andrew Bynum forced the miss, but it goes to Alston. Or make it James, rather. Deflected out. And Jordan Farmar. How did he come up with that baby? Mo Evans blocked by Mutombo. Farmar fouled by Alston. 2 free throws. The Lakers' tenacity pays off.
Come on, Dikembe. Where's your... Oh, I guess he's not going to do it this time. I guess he didn't feel that was a clean enough play. Nice hustle, though, by Jordan Farmar to get the ball to Maurice Evans. Maurice tried to throw down, and Dikembe said no. Actually, the rim got the block more than Dikembe.
They want Steve Francis. They're chanting, "We want Steve." Well, he's not in the equation right now. Mim hedging, coming out. Wells trying to tie it up. Mim was there. Wells got the finger roll. That's a season high now for Bonzi Wells with 19 off the bench on 6 of 14. Farmar, the distance, knocked off his hip. He wanted the reach. He won't get it. 9:19 to play. Ball back to Houston. An opportunity for their first lead of the second half.
Jordan trying to attack, had the ball go right off his knee. No question it went off his knee.
Made out a recovery and on the tumble. It'll be Alston wide open for three. He called bank, I think.
No.
Jordan Farmar picks it up, tied at 7.
That was a BB, a bona fide brick.
Now let's see. Back door, Mo Evans slams it home. Beat Mike James. Good look. Radmanovich found him.
Maurice Evans is very close to getting a taunting technical there as he, after the dunk, he waved his finger. The officials didn't see it.
Don't go there.
Seriously, you're not allowed to do that.
I know it. Don't go there, though.
Doesn't work quite as well on the offensive end, but nice back door. And Maurice says, "Get to this." No. Don't block this one.
Yao is back on the floor. So the break for Kobe and Lamar. They sat down with a little more than 2 to play in the third. Bonzi Wells, 21 and counting. And he has been the difference maker with T-Mac out.
When you know,
the long rest for Kobe. He's got Mike James. Isolate. 6 on the shot clock. The follow-away and a tough one. Kobe's got it. Lakers lead 81-79. He's got 4 points now in the second half. 9 of 20 for the contest.
You hit me on that shot. Can I get any more free throws? Been to the line one time. Well, one time to shoot 2.
And that was very early in the contest. Alston on the run. Lamar tried to change it. He still fingered it home.
That was some shot.
Taking. But the Lakers so far to start the fourth, 3 for 10. Fish picking it up at the defensive end. Yao. Not been successful the last couple of times, but he loves that. And he's got the lead for the first time since the end of the first quarter. He likes dropping to that side on the follow-away on the baseline. 8.
That's not an easy task when the guy's 7'6".
Kobe gets the pick. And on the double clutcher, ties it at 83. A little lean. 24 for Kobe.
And that's what he has to do, make that shot. That's going to make Yao step up even further. And screen and roll. Battier comes off the screen, grabs the left arm of Kobe, pulls it back, uses his right arm to grab Kobe's left, and then hits him on the knee as he's in the shooting motion. Kobe says, "You got to be joking me. You're not going to call that?" There's the grab of the left arm. And then in the act of shooting, he hits the knee. But the officials ruled no contact, no harm, no foul.
So a huge possession for the Lakers. Fish off the pick. Right by Yao. And hit by Yao. That's back-to-back fouls. It should be on Yao Ming. It didn't look like a reach. And a couple of free throws. And they're going to give the reach to Bonzi.
After the game on KCAL 9 News.
It has not been a good second half of the line for the Lakers, but Fish comes through with the pressure on. 15 of 22 for the Lakers after they only had 2 misses. Flipped on the hip.
Boy, does he draw a crowd.
10 on the shot clock. Kobe weaves his way to the hole, and it'll be a couple of free throws as it was ripped away. He goes to the free throw line for the first time in the second half and only the second time tonight.
If I were coaching them on the road, I'd say, look, let's not worry about the officials because you're not going to get calls on the road. Just go into the game knowing you're not getting any calls. Let's just play through all of that.
The option. It's Yao. Kwame all over him. And it's blocked from behind, but they'll call the foul, and Lamar upset. They'll call it on. They will give it to Lamar. Last week, 4 games, averaged 28 and 10 with 3 blocks. Kwame is bottling them up well, though, here in the second half. He's 5 of 17 from the field. Now, 10 of 13 at the line. So 10 of his 20 have come at the stripe. 87-84 Lakers. Fish.
No, you can't try that.
We saw that already. Bad time for a turnover this deep into the contest. That's 19 for the Lakers, 12 in the second half. Alston. They came out on the hedge. Bonzi Wells. Strong side run. And now with the easy one, he'll go to the line to shoot 2 more. So the dribble penetration. Bonzi's not going to his left. Event, if you could have whistled at that end of the floor, bring Kwame back in for defensive purposes. Whoa, another miss by Yao. Lakers still up 87-85 as he's missed 2 of the last 4. Final 2 minutes. Andrew on the high screen and roll. Kobe on a tough fall away. Got it!
How tough?
Lakers by 4, 89-85. Kobe at 28.
How tough?
Forget about the free throws. Now track Bonzi Wells. We'll go to the free throw line. No, they didn't blow the whistle. Yao is held, though. More free throws. And most of his points coming right there. Stays out. Roney. Boy, that hurt my left shoulder to watch, the way he cradled that one. That was an awkward rebound.
Right now, the pressure on the Lakers to produce that score.
Kobe. Right by Yao. Smacked away and picked up. As Alston hits the deck, Kobe after it.
Hayes comes play, aren't they?
Yeah. Especially Battier on the grab after Kobe goes by him.
Lakers need 1 stop.
It'll be Wells. He'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. They have been able to get to the stripe. They've had 34 attempts. And Radmanovic, if it's his, he's through.
It's his. So that means he's through. Boy, the loose ball. It was everywhere. Kobe knocked Rafer Alston over. Dive on top of him. Referee said, hey, we have a plane to catch. Let's keep playing.
The one guy, and you brought up an interesting point, the one guy you wanted to strike, Chuck Hayes. Yeah. And he actually had the basketball. Leap when we saw it.
Well, he's cleaned it up a little bit. I was watching him prior to the game.
Bonzi, he's had a tough night of the line. 7 of 11. It'd be difficult to really clean it up, though, in a big way.
And still, it's the 1-possession game. So the Lakers have to produce offensively. If they do that, then they put all the pressure on the Rockets to make a 3-pointer possible.
Hayes tips it out.
Wow.
Now an opportunity to tie it up. The last thing he needed to give him was an offensive rebound off a miss inside the arc. Another offensive rebound created by Battier. Battier tries to tie it. That's off. Right back to Hayes. This time Alston. Too many tries. Andrew Bynum's got it. Bonzi Wells fouls him. He tried to foul him a couple of times. Finally got it. And Andrew will go to the line. 23.9 to play. And what a break for the Lakers.
I'm going to tell you something. It's a good thing the Rockets are out of ammunition. They shot up 3 or 4 blanks there because they had 3 or 4 opportunities. It seemed like every shot bounced their way. Bonzi, long jumper, long rebound, tipped out. Right back to Bonzi. So he says, let me see what you can do, Shane. Shane throws up a brick. Right to Chuck Hayes. And here's Rafer throwing up his latest brick. Then the foul. So free throw coming here. And really, Andrew, 2 free throws can put it away.
He's got the first. 4-point lead for the Lakers with 23. But 9 seconds remaining. Timing's everything as the Lakers are facing the team that is 3rd worst in the NBA at this early juncture on their 3-point attempts this year. Houston, below 30%, 29%. And how about Houston's misses? Andrew comes through with the pressure on while the Rockets are just 5 of 12 in the 4th quarter at the free throw line. Timeout, Houston.
But let me tell you something. Still 23.9. Anything can happen. You might breathe a little easier, but still, the Lakers have a 5-point advantage.
At 5, trying to go back up the 500 mark. This is the 7th game of the season. It'll be Yao right away, and ball knocked away. Well, you didn't need to send him to the line with 19.9 to play.
Well, and you knew he wasn't going to make a 3-point basket. You cannot give up a rebound here.
You can't let Battier or Wells bank it out, or box, or rather bat it out. He doesn't get it. Now it's got to come into Kobe. It does. Battier grabs him.
Yeah, let's go, Kobe.
Been kind of a theme in the second half. 18.3 to play, and Kobe will go to the stripe. Good job by Shane Battier, though. He tracked Kobe.
It would be better. Because with one, it makes it a multiple possession game.
4-point lead for the Lakers. Right guy at the stripe. 29 for Kobe. Contest.
Now with the make or miss, they'll take a timeout so they can advance the ball, save some precious seconds. And it's up to the Lakers to make them use some clock without fouling or giving up that 3-point shot. I can't emphasize that enough. In all these years, I've seen it so often where with time running out, you give up the long 3.
Especially after the first game gets away like it did last night. No early foul. Yao. Shot and the clock coming down. Battier looking for space to try the three. The prayer is not answered. Going to be Bonzi Wells. That was blocked. Yao. Man, he'll go to the line.
What are you doing?
They called a foul on Jordan Farmar, and why did he foul him? With 1.4 to play. Give him the layup.
Yeah, you definitely give the layup there.
So Yao throws it off the rim. Look out. Alston for the win. Oh, almost off the lip of the rim.
And it would have only been fitting because you should never give up that kind of a situation. You give up an easy basket, you don't give up a three-point opportunity. So the Lakers escape, and I mean escape, with the victory.
Break. So for the tie to force overtime, the Lakers win by 3. And it is eluding a big one. Well, let's go over to John Ireland.
Thanks. I'm with Jordan Farmar. When's the last time you had 9 rebounds in a game?
I was trying to scrap, make some stuff happen. That's what the second unit does, try to bring some energy and some enthusiasm, and it just was bouncing my way.
You worked very hard at training camp. All of us noticed it. Is it paying off now? What we're seeing from you over the last couple of nights and the improved play by you, is that started back in Hawaii?
Started long before that. It started at the beginning. As soon as we ended last season, it's been going on my whole life, and I'm just trying to keep it up, trying to improve from one day to the next.
You guys lost to this team on opening night. I know McGrady got hurt tonight, but what was the difference between the game you won tonight in Houston and the opener that you lost?
I think we played a little bit better defense tonight. We still had a slip up, though. We had a nice, comfortable lead, and we let them get back in the game. We can't do that. If we want to be a good team and compete at with the elite teams in this conference, in this league, we got to be able to hold those big leads.
We appreciate your time. Congratulations.
All right, thank you.
That's Jordan Farmar, guys. Back to you.
The Rockets extended the game because they got all the offensive rebounds at the end like that last try. Almost tied it up to force overtime, but it was off the lip of the rim from Alston. The Lakers get the split in Texas and win by 3.